The North American International Championships is the largest event of Pokemon's annual competitive season. This year's NAIC was no exception, especially with players eager for the return of events and the long-awaited conclusion to the season that started all the way back in September 2019. 1,155 Masters Division players showed up to compete for their share of over $50,000 in the Masters prize pool, in addition to championship points towards going to Worlds, boxes upon boxes of cards, and the prestige of a placement at NAIC 2022. NAIC 2022 was less than 1 week after Milwaukee Regional Championships, which we recently covered in this video. Players anticipated Palkia Inteleon, Turbo Palkia, Mew VMAX, and Regigigas to be some of the top decks for Milwaukee, and would also plan for something similar at NAIC. Milwaukee Regionals housed the return of Arceus Inteleon and the advent of Arceus Flying Pikachu, which was piloted by top players like Azul GG, Danny Altavilla, and Caleb Gedimer. Arceus Duraludon won that event, and Blissey Miltank was the runner-up. But this didn't change the expectations for NAIC all that much. When the dust settled, players were mostly still concerned with Palkia, Mew, and now Arceus Inteleon. With less than 5 days between the conclusion of Milwaukee Regionals and the decklist submission deadline for NAIC, many players who attended Milwaukee decided to just play the same deck at NAIC. To no surprise, Palkia Inteleon ended up taking 8 of the top 16 spots at NAIC. Palkia Inteleon proved itself to be a high potential and consistently performing archetype, with some of North America's best players choosing it for this event, some of those names being Isaiah Bradner, Justin Bocari, and John Ang. These 3 players all used the same 60-card decklist for Palkia Inteleon and created the new standard for this archetype. Not far behind Palkia in terms of top 16 placements was Arceus Inteleon, with 5 top 16 finishes. Just outside of top 16, Grant Manley, Piper Lapine, Tanner Hurley, and Jao Zambrano placed respectively between 17th and 22nd place with Arceus Inteleon as well. Steven Varesco, Ryan Antonucci, and Tanner Hurley piloted Arceus Inteleon with the innovation of 2 Palpad to allow for a total of 6 Charon's Cares to be played in just 1 game. Aiden Koos finished 13th place with an Arceus Inteleon Flying Pikachu VMAX hybrid, which was far away from the norm of how Arceus Inteleon or Arceus Flying Pikachu decks were being built for this event. Now let's leave Arceus Flying Pikachu on the side for a moment to discuss the surprise deck of this event, Mewtwo V-Union Control. V-Unions are a 4-piece card that must be combined in a Yu-Gi-Oh-like fashion from the discard pile to form a giant 3-prize Pokemon card with several attacks and sometimes even multiple abilities. Nobody expected V-Unions to be played to success at this event, and it was even more surprising to see a V-Union be used in a control deck. This Mewtwo V-Union control deck, constructed by Sander Wojcik, Dean Nazam, Britt Pybus, and others, aimed to exhaust opponents of energy and resources while sitting their invincible Miltank in the active, or the Mewtwo V-Union, which can heal itself for 200 damage every turn. With plenty of options to recycle cards, such as Palpad, Team Yell's Cheer, and Silene, this deck would typically win Wars of Attrition by leaving the opponent to run out of cards in their deck and lose by deck out. Unfortunately, Mewtwo V-Union fell just short at 3rd place. Still a tremendous accomplishment, but not enough for a chance to be crowned champion. The finals match would be between 2 outstanding players who undoubtedly earned their places in the spotlight: Isaiah Bradner and Azul Garcia Griego. Azul finished day 1 of the event undefeated at 9 wins and 0 losses, piloting the Arceus Flying Pikachu deck again. Isaiah and his group brought a refined Palkia V-Star Inteleon list, which had been able to fight through the difficult and diverse field. Azul's Flying Pikachu VMAX would leave him having an advantage in this finals match with $10,000 on the line, but a player of Isaiah's caliber would not fall so easily to type advantage. In this battle of 2 Goliaths, Isaiah unfortunately started Game 3 with a very poor hand, which allowed Azul to capitalize and assert dominance with his consistent and powerful Arceus Flying Pikachu deck, becoming the Masters Division North American International Champion for the 2022 season. This exciting tournament, won by Flying Pikachu VMAX, marked the end of the regular season for Pokemon TCG, and we now look forward to World Championships 2022 2022 in London this August to finally commence the 2019 through 2022 competitive season. Thanks for watching here on Beastcoast Pokemon.
Hey guys, Cyber. Relax! I was just gonna get there. Anyway, as this little buddy was saying, 80% of you aren't subscribed to the channel, so hit that subscribe button. It really helps. Hey, what Pokemon are you?